Greetings everyone, Byte here. Today we're exploring Guts and Blackpowder, a game which investigates an alternative timeline where a modern human travels back in time and gives an 18th century peasant a small taste of our exquisite cuisine. You are a soldier amongst the 19 others tasked with escaping the small inconvenient position of being surrounded by hordes of people affected by the fourth bubonic plague. How you go on about surviving is entirely up to you. You can fight your way out or support your team and hope they don't fuck up. In game, you have the option to choose from 7 servicemen who specialize in unique tasks. Line infantry equipped with a musket and a saber, this class doesn't have any special abilities except shoot and slash. One word of advice while shooting any firearm in game: use it only if absolutely necessary. If you had the misfortune of missing your shot while being in an unfavorable environment, prepare for the consequences that are to come. Officer, a class with a special charge that is only filled by ripping zombies apart with your sword, making the saber your primary weapon of choice. Once the charge is activated, it will give a temporary anabolic steroid boost to you and your surrounding teammates. Many players take this moment as a divine calling to rush directly into a horde of zombies and get brutally mauled in the process. It is unclear why this happens, but it is indeed entertaining to watch. The Seaman, armed with a shotgun for appropriate crowd control measures, can be of great help to prevent those unfavorable environments from forming in the first place. Musicians, talented individuals that provide small boosts to every player in its vicinity. If you want to form a band of your own, you can go to the merchant to acquire more musical instruments, allowing you to form an exquisite composition. The sapper builds structures and barricades that tremendously assist you from not becoming another statistic. While being restricted only to an axe, it can do some serious damage if used correctly. Take the axe as a method of enhancing your gaming experience. Surgeon, a support class that is actually enjoyable to play as, because in order to heal people, you need medical supplies, and those supplies can only get refilled from killing zombies, forcing you out of your comfort zone. However, being the only medic in the game, expect a lot of tantrums targeted towards you, and arguments how you dying too early because of a hidden bomber or not healing someone for a fraction of a picosecond should make you consider the rope. Finally, we have the priest. It is gatekept behind an achievement that requires you to do a handful amount of community service. Once you gain the achievement, you will have access to the almighty crucifix and the ability to bless someone. Blessing someone prevents a player from becoming an infected. But how do you know if you're infected, you may ask? If, after getting ambushed, your skin pigmentation starts to get darker and your field of vision becomes red, that means that you have a limited amount of time before you become one with the dead. Do not take this as a sign to alert your teammates of your condition. Make sure to conveniently position yourself behind the line of sight to maximize the amount of serotonin you get from seeing your own corpse annihilate the whole team. If you haven't noticed by now, teamwork is a big part of the game. Good cooperation between your teammates can be the decisive factor in whether or not you escape or get devoured to death by the horde. So make sure you use your charges appropriately and your medication wisely. With that being said, do not mistake these players you see on your screen for friends, because they will eliminate any able-bodied individual the minute they hear a scream of pain from a fractured limb. The map selection is not so diverse, but have high replayability, meaning you won't get bored by playing the same map with an urban or cold environment. On every map, you'll be accompanied by a ginormous horde of the undead. Surprisingly, they still have enough brain capacity to wield an axe, carry an explosive barrel, and throw a Molotov cocktail directly at the nearest wooden barricade. The shamblers, being the most incapacitated, thrive in large group environments. Do not let their fragile appearance fool you, since it only takes one shambler to grab your shoulders in order to turn you into a bottom real quick. Runners are just like shamblers, but catch you faster and have more passion while doing it. Bombers are zombies that carry explosive barrels, get too close and you'll quickly turn into dust and powder. They are immune to the priest crucifix because from their Finally, you have the William Afton of the game. He has a lamp which he catapults onto you. When the lamp breaks, it sets ablaze everything in its perimeter, recreating the ending of the third installment of the famous indie game about funny child robots. If, by any chance, your hyperactive brain gets bored from using the same weapon repeatedly, you can visit the merchant shop to acquire better weapons and tools that can help you survive longer. Tired of slow reload? Get the carabiner. Want to wait half a minute for a reload? Get the knock gun. Do you want better crowd control measures? Get the grenade. The merchant has it all. To deal with the merchant, you must pay in franc currency. The acquisition of this franc currency is not difficult. You just have to play the game and not die. In the game, there are 2 game modes available to play. Objective, which features 4 maps where you are tasked with navigating to your escape gateway. On many of these maps, you'll have the possibility to play around with the game's long catalog of interactive mechanics, such as destroying stone walls, blowing up houses to build a bridge, blowing up bridges to escape, reach an escape gateway point where you have a final battle against the biggest horde you'll ever see. The endless mode, a game mode where you have to survive hordes of zombies coming at you from all directions. Every round they come in larger numbers and stronger than before. I prefer to barricade myself in a secluded homestead and outsource the work of defending myself to other people for free. This is known in the entrepreneurial community as contractor arbitrage. However, instead of saving money, I save time, and I use that irreplaceable time to update myself on the recent geopolitical and economic situation of the world.
They started to approach the entrance of the Skibbity Pig.
For those who haven't suffered enough, gathering over 12 hours of playtime will grant you access to hardcore mode, and I do not think that this section needs any explanation. Guts and Blackpowder, a fantastic game with remarkable gameplay. I heavily recommend it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I assure you that I will begin to upload more often, but that's nothing more than just a pinky promise. Thanks for watching, bite out.
Hasta la vista, zombie. Me gusta skibidi toilet. Ah, ja.